All right, here's a quick look at the pre-market before I head off for the day. Uh, I'll be back sometime after the market closes, which, is so vague because it's the rest of the day. But I do feel as though I will have some talking points about the forward look of the portfolio. Ooh, ooh. And the direction, well, just a simple rule that I will follow that helps to increase the incoming cash flow into the portfolio. Yes, I'm talking about dividends, specifically SCHD, but I believe that if I sit down today, I can make some specific rules that will help SCHD yield more for the portfolio at certain times. The rules may be two or three, or I may just come back and have only decided on one. But I'm tossing around a few in my head, kind of wondering what I'm going to think up. So I have all day to think about it before. Well, I have weeks, honestly. I mean, who's going to stop me from thinking about it? But I have some rules in mind for SCHD to be added in slowly, and a couple of ways I think I could make it a good addition. But this is the market open. This video is sponsored by my book, 100 Every Shift. It helps bartenders and servers increase their income and make consistent money on every shift. Okay, back after market close, and it was a volatile day where, outside of the option contract jumping at the end of the day, uh, it was mostly a return to the peaks that were experienced recently, I guess you could say, right? A return to the peaks after I sold the option intraday off camera. Um, on the 3 month, it looks like this. Uh, while I was sitting around doing nothing and checking the portfolio, it was sitting around pretty much exactly at the same spot that it was on August 6th. The markets are returning. The big news has been the Japan carry trade and all that other stuff I just don't care about. Um, I did average in some to bring the cost basis down up to 3.5 shares. Uh, the double-edged sword that is options will uh, the control of shares in such a way is not, whatever. Who cares? You're not here for that. The option is now out of the money, which is interesting. I mean, technically, you could definitely still call it at the money, with 43 days till expiration. Uh, Maybe just a. It's not even a full point above the option. It's right at the money, but the theta is going to tick up dramatically, and the idea is that over the weekends to come, it will lose a lot of value very quickly. Currently, theta is at its maximum 210, $2.10 a day. So upon waking up tomorrow, it should be expected that if the market stays completely flat, that this option will trend within this range some, maybe even closer to down here, you know? Uh, Definitely not jumping into the lower price points that it has been in the past. The market did sell off in dramatic fashion. But as the averaging in comes more and more, I believe I might be able to sneak in one more small deposit to lower the cost basis and make a return to to but before the index hits new all-time highs, I believe that I could get one or two more, maybe even four, below the cost basis to more quickly recoup losses. The thing now is that the option is behaving around 50 shares. In the video yesterday, it was definitely above a 50 delta, and today, since the option has become in the money, the sold put is behaving more around 45 to 40 shares, depending on when you look. But as more shares of SPLG raw are garnered, the leveraged shares will have a less and less dramatic impact. This large drop right here was undoubtedly the option. Let's just see it. There it is. Wow. And it's inverted because I did sell it. So I am inverting the value. But this was a nice day. Easy day. And it was simple, fun, no hassle, just watching the line bounce. And I'd like to reiterate how this line here used to look parabolic, and now the generation of volatility has increased dramatically. But that will get more and more smoothed as more shares are averaged in. If I am thinking about the future, I believe that if I were to purchase this call right now with the outlaid plan, I'm only doing this because I'm curious for myself. In order to develop the first machine fully, right, it would be 31 times 1.45 plus 31 plus 330, let's just say 34. In order to set in stone the first complete machine at the absolute moment, it would cost $10,000, basically $11,000. Okay, fair enough. It's not an unattainable thing. It would be very slow if I weren't averaging in gently with a little bit of money. But I believe that I'm putting in an amount of money at like $5 to $10 a day, somewhere in that range, that like anyone could chuck into a brokerage account daily. I have done so much more aggressive saving in the past that I'm not really noticing the $5 to $10. I just don't. It doesn't mean much to me to save $5 to $10, but I believe that anyone could reasonably do it, and that's why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it. And it helps to just chuck in $5 to $10 a day in the portfolio, and realize some gains along the way. It's nice. Essentially, I've done a lot of rambling, but what I'm trying to say is, at around $11,000, I would be able to buy the long call and have enough shares to back collateral it. And that would be nice. And it would start in motion the outperformance. It might be here more quickly than I'm anticipating, but I doubt it. I imagine that it would take a full year to get the machine in motion. So I do expect to underperform in my first fiscal year, and that's fine by me. But until tomorrow, Friday, the last trading day of the week, have a good night.